like coming back into this?
For those we haven't seen in a while, what's it like coming back into this?
Allie Faye, go for it.
I mean, this whole experience has actually just been so surreal. I've never been to one of these LeakyCons. The only thing I really did was me and my dick, so I never got to. And you guys are just so warm and supportive and full of love, and like, thank you guys. Like, we're here because of you, and so it's amazing to be back here with people that I went to college with and new faces, and it's just a great group of people to be able to do the thing you love to do the most with, and have so much fun.
Yeah, we definitely missed each other, and I know I get to see these guys every now and then living in New York, but what was surprising to me was how little it actually changed. Yeah, we just turned back into children. We're just like, we're back in college.
And because we had so much work to do preparing for the show, it was almost like we didn't really hang out with each other until last night.
Yeah.
Which was, and then we all did that. We all went, oh, we're leaving in the morning. Because we were working so hard that it's like, well, now I'm going to go to bed and sleep for 4 hours. I don't really have time to go hang out with you and just talk. But last night we all got a chance to do that, and that was really wonderful.
I have to say, I as you can tell, I'm a little bit sick. But, you know, these guys have been doing shows in between since the first Harry Potter, but what I was surprised about was I thought, oh, I'm just going back to do a show with these people I like, but I haven't seen them in a while. And I think the whole experience of being back here and doing the show for you guys.
It made you sick.
That, but also, I was surprised at, with all the support and like Joe said, being back with these people, what, how full circle everything was and how amazing it was to complete the journey. And I'm so glad that we could share it with such a positive group of people. That was really amazing. I was surprised at how touching that was for me.
Yeah, it was weird seeing and nice seeing Darren again. I haven't really talked to him or seen him in a long time. So, yeah, that was nice. It's like, I went, oh yeah, I like Darren. Because usually usually there's something we're dealing with that's making me upset at him. But it's nice talking to him. I was explaining this, for the longest time, I was just explaining this joke about Jafar and how he's the more sympathetic character than Aladdin. Because Aladdin is such an able-bodied man, but he steals what he can't afford, which is everything. He refuses to get a job. The Acrobat job market is down.
This seriously is a 45-minute conversation that I witnessed, kept leaving, coming back to, and you were still doing it.
Yeah.
So let's not do it here, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I have a memory from rehearsal last night. What was that day? Last night or yesterday? It all blended together. So, when the Wizard Rock concert was going on, I don't know if you heard about this, but we were in the room below, we were in the Continental or something, and basically the chandeliers were, like, vibrating, and the floor was buckling, the ceiling, because of all the jumping, and there was this really surreal moment because we all hadn't slept in, upwards of 10 hours, 12 hours, and we were just down in the basement rehearsing, and we had to move rooms, and because the floor was buckling, and so while we were watching that, we started singing Everything Ends, and it was this weird moment. It reminded me of like that scene in Titanic when the ship is and the violins are playing and falling this like really somber, and meanwhile there's like this disaster, and the chandelier shaking and the floor shaking, and I was pretty sure we were gonna die, but I thought it was
Everyone's holding hands, it's
yeah.
just like the end of Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
Except our death and the song ends and the ceiling crashes down on itself.
I made a
joke when we were doing this because at the time, that first run, we ran it in 2 days, like Act 1, Act 2, and it was about 6 hours long. And I go, it's just if we all die together, we can do a play that lasts forever. And we never have to worry about how long it is.
Yeah, when those chandeliers were shaking around and the whole room was shaking, I thought of a funny joke and tried to say it, but everyone didn't care. So I'll just say it now. I was gonna say, man, it sucks that we're rehearsing right beneath Megatron and Soundwave's honeymoon suite. They're trained.
What was the punchline? Sorry. What was Megatron and what there was?
Soundwave.
Honeymoon suite.
Honeymoon suite.
Question.
I was wondering if you were going to edit out like swearing or like, I don't know.
And this has been asked a lot, and we've punted it back to you guys. That the question is whether or not the swearing and mistake stuff are going to be cut out of.
We have to beep F words. We have to beep F words in the Potter shows.
Just to make it consistent with the other two.
Yeah, except for the one F word that we missed in the sequel.
Oh yeah, Seamus says the F word. Right at the end, there's a nice surprise.
Yeah, so we're gonna bleep the Fs. We'll probably cut some of the jokes that didn't work. And Doritos in my throat.
There's certain stuff you just can't cut, but cut stuff like where people are just standing there for like 5 seconds going, yeah! So we'll just cut that pause.
About the pooping, you guys got kind of lucky as well. We couldn't turn the mics off. A lot of the times they were able to like turn them down, and you got kind of lucky because I think I went up to the green room at one point, and Chris Allen comes out. And he has this long like monologue. I can't remember who he was talking to. He was saying, "I will not poop at you, such an asshole."
Maybe you did anyway.
I did hear a phantom toilet flush at one point. My initial reaction was just to go, what?
We have time for 2 more questions. So do you guys want to start picking them? Green shirt.
This is really random, but what is everyone's favorite movie?
What's everyone's favorite movie?
I think all of our favorite movie is 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Next question.
Okay. You guys picking who you picking?
No, you.
Okay. I want to throw in. Okay. I want to. What? Okay. I want to throw in one question that we've been getting a lot, and that I'm sure everybody is wondering, and I'm hoping we get some sort of idea. When do you think it will be on YouTube?
I don't know. We've got to edit it. You know, that'll take a while.
Yeah, so I think there were 5 cameras recording it, and the show turned out to be 4.5 hours long, and when we were cutting it close, we lied and told the actors that we only had 4 hours of footage to try and make people go like, oh, we have to like go fast, but that was a lie. We had 4 hours and 40 minutes of footage, so we just made if it were 10 more minutes longer, then we...
Actually, that was a lie I told you. We had unlimited amounts of footage.
That's how we make it better.
Can you clarify for people exactly, besides the video editing, there's sound mastering, so people understand why this does take a significant amount of time?
Yeah, there's 5 cameras you gotta go through. You gotta try to... It's like, you just have to try to make it something that doesn't look so, like, weird, you know? Because in a live show, you can be a little bit more forgiving with like, oh, they goofed up there, but when it's just like online next to the other shows, and there's like weird pauses or screw ups or toilet flushing, it's just like, it would look weird. So we're gonna try to edit it to make it as clean as possible. So who knows how long that could take.
One last one, I'll let you guys pick it.
Oh,
Brian, you pick it.
I see one hand's going like this right there, in front of the hand with the phone. Yeah, it's you.
There was also a part, Brian Rosenthal was telling me about this last night, where Darren got in that morning, so he was still finding things very funny. Apparently there was one part where he literally turns to Brian, and I think this happened to Brittany too, and said, oh my god, this is so funny, on stage, wow. And of course, as he's saying that, he's supposed to be saying lines. So he's like, oh my god, this is so funny. He's like looking up at the screen. And at one point, Brian Rosenthal actually smacked him with his wand and said, it's your line!
Everybody, just want to give a big thank you to Team Starkid.